I'm the pastor of family ministry, which encompasses our kids, youth, young adults, but also marriage programs. And this year for us, a big breakthrough was making the Engaged Encounter Weekend happen again. It was we didn't have it for quite a few years because of the pandemic, and getting it started was fantastic because it just takes that preparation for marriage to another level when you both get the material, but also this live-in experience with older couples that are giving their stories and testimonies. I think the thing I'm most excited about going forward is we've always had Faith at Home events, and more recently we call them Bring Your Adult events. And this coming year, we've booked larger spaces because we're trying to do sort of a celebrity version of that, where we have marketplace leaders and people that are maybe not super famous, but a little bit famous, to come talk to us about how their faith has kind of been instrumental in both their home life and their professional life. A big challenge we've had, I would say, is quantity. I think being a family, being a parent, being a husband and wife has been particularly challenging in the last 3 or 4 years. So I find, more than ever, I've got couples in that they're having a hard time. So it means resources are an issue. Having enough people to come alongside and support, and sometimes we'll help people find counseling, those sorts of things. But I think that's probably in the last year our number one challenge, just the sheer quantity of people. The good thing is that people are looking towards their faith and the church and to small groups to be a part of making their life better. So what's really interesting about our marriage ministry is it's 100% lay-led. There's people from the congregation that feel passionate about helping people have stronger marriages. And some of our volunteers have been at it every year for over 20 years, which is pretty amazing. When I think about this year, somebody that's kind of gone above and beyond, I think of the people who do our marriage course. You kind of have to be good at a whole bunch of things, so from making the space sort of extra special, because I think if it was up to me, it'd be the basics. But Brian and Janice, and probably especially Janice, she comes in early, and it's funny because I've tried to help her set the tables, and she almost always comes around and straightens and makes it that extra special. So I think it's that care and attention to all pieces of the night that the couples that attend, they end up feeling that. They feel cared for and loved. And I think they're a great example. We have dozens of couples that help in marriage ministry. They're very committed, and they care feeling wise, but they also care about the details, and I think that's what makes a difference. From my point of view, I think that it's maybe something we take for granted as a ministry at CrossRoads. We're very outward focused. We're always thinking about how to help not just our own, but the families and the marriages in central Alberta. And I'm very proud of our lay people. They've been at CrossRoads long enough that's just how they think. They think, how can we serve other people? And so much so that a lot of our volunteers are involved in marriage ministry, but also other sort of outreach type ministries like Alpha. Because I think it's not just the marriage, it's also people coming to faith, and eventually that personal relationship with Jesus Christ that is the sort of the long-term answer for people being healthy and happy and successful.